Hi everyone! Happy New Year and welcome to my YouTube channel. Many of you may know me as an artist or musician, but I have also been reading tarot for about a decade, or almost a decade now, and with this new year I thought I would start this new project where I provide collective readings here on YouTube. If you are new to tarot, let me just give you a brief introduction to it. The tarot is very ancient. The origins are unknown. It's that ancient, and also it's gone through periods of time where it's had to hide under the radar. And so anyways, it's may have come from Egypt, maybe closely tied to Judaism, maybe France. There's a lot of different theories. Anyways, the tarot is essentially a sacred textbook as well as a form of divination. When you approach tarot as a form of divination, you are essentially looking for help to ground yourself, to find guidance and a sense of direction in your life. You're looking for some help making decisions. The tarot can bring out your highest potential as well as the highest potential that life has to offer you. So today, I'm going to give a collective reading of your January 2021, starting off your brand new year. So this reading will be personalized a bit because I'll be giving a reading per astrological sun sign. So if your sun sign is Aries, for example, then you'd want to look at the Aries reading. And for Taurus, the Taurus reading, and so forth. This is still a collective reading, however, so things will be still a little bit generalized. If you'd like a more in-depth personal reading, you can always email me, and I'd love to give you a reading. You might be more familiar with getting readings where you're getting 5 cards out, 10 cards, 20 cards spread. Today, I like to focus on just one card per sun sign. I think that there is something very sweet about keeping things minimal, trying to focus on one card. One card is your theme for the day, for the week, for the month. Today, we're going to do for the month of January 2021. But yeah, I think there's something so sweet about and challenging about kind of sticking to one card and really going into it, into the deeper meanings of it and kind of the variety of meanings each card has. I will give you my feelings about each card that comes up today, but once the card is pulled and I give you your reading, I encourage you to then later, after you stick with it for a bit, go and research the card yourself, or actually before you research, look at the card yourself. Maybe you have a deck, you can look at that card in your deck. You can look at this card, you can, pause the video and just look at that card for a little bit and see what you see in the card. What does your intuition tell you about this card? What do these colors mean to you? What do the symbols mean to you? And kind of form a relationship with it. Each card is beautiful, and if that's your card this month, there's going to be something special that you're going to learn from that card. So yeah, look at the card, see what you feel from it, and then also do some research. Look at what other people have to say about it. Tarot is very abstract and fluid. There's some laws to it, but there is a lot of, it's very open in a lot of ways. I think it's most important for you to feel inspired so you can enhance yourself, you can enhance your life, and you can make better choices that make you a better person, make you happier. So now that all of that is said, let's pull some cards. For all the Aries people in the world. the world. All the Taurus in the world. Judgment reversed. All the Geminis in the world. The Hierophant reversed. All the Cancers in the world. Ten of Swords reversed. All the Leos in the world. The Sun. All the Virgos in the world. Four of Cups. All the Libras in the world. Seven of Wands. All the Scorpios in the world. Ace of Swords. All the Sagittariuses in the world. Knight of Cups. All the Capricorns in the world. Ace of Wands reversed. All the Aquariuses in the world. Queen of Pentacles reversed. All the Pisces in the world. Six of Cups. So, I'm going to move down the cards a little bit so that we can shine the light on each sign separately. Oops. Starting with Aries, the world. This month I see things are closing, coming to an end, especially things that have been in the works for a while now, things that have taken up a significant amount of your time or energy. Long-term projects will finally meet their goals. There will be a sense of closure to your distress. Open-ended disputes, whether or not the participants of it come to a full agreement, will come to a full end. Issues you've kept to yourself, you'll finally release out into the world, or at least someone who's meant to hear it. Things that you've been requesting will finally be answered. In general, there will be a sense of completion and achievement in the air around all the Aries. The physical and spiritual come together in this card, so there will be a sense of ease and grace in your physical activities. So if you are a dancer, if you're an athlete, this month will be a great time to give yourself a little challenge. If there are any challenges you've been wanting to take on, this is your month. However, it would be preferred to take on challenges that are more in the moment or short term, since this month is, after all, about finishing things rather than starting them. So, the world, although in the US, here where I am, and I think most of the world, we celebrate January as the first month of the year. In China and in Chinese astrology, Batsa, since it's relevant to, everything we're doing in metaphysics. In China, most of January is the end of a year. So in a sense, the world feels like the perfect card. It's such a feel-good card to pull for this month as you start your Western year and end your Chinese one. That was Aries. Now going on to Taurus, Judgment reversed. This month, you're going to see the effects of your procrastination and indecision of prior months. If there were things you needed to do or needed to decide on, at this point, it's become a little too late. Decisions have already been made for you by other people involved. As a Taurus, who I know wants to be in full control of themselves, their actions, their decisions, it is probably a bit frustrating, and even you may even feel intruded on. But I urge you to see the brighter side, because yes, there is absolutely a brighter side. Take a moment to think. What would you have decided? And honestly, what would you have decided if you ever would have decided? Whether or not the given decision would have been your chosen decision, it is a decision. and will give you the little push you need in order to move into action. The decision is probably also the more challenging decision, and this challenge will be the momentum you need in order to reach the next step, which you need to take in order to get to your final goal. Because I'm sure as a Taurus, you have all the knowledge, all the skills to be qualified. All you need is a little support and encouragement. And perhaps these people that you're frustrated at are only trying to give you just that. That was Taurus, the Judgment, reversed. Now we have Gemini, the Hierophant, reversed. Okay, this month will be an exciting one, full of color and eccentricity. If you've been feeling the dullness in your life the past few months, you have a lot to look forward to this month. You'll be stimulated by a lot of influence, and whether it's people or ideas or art, this month you'll encounter someone or something, or likely multiple things, that will cause you to rethink things in a big way. They might cause you to rethink your identity or your values or beliefs or the way you do things. This card brings us a message to be more tolerant, more accepting of the things that may not be accepted by the masses. If the rest of the world isn't attracted to it, if your role models aren't attracted to it, if your friends aren't attracted to it, so what? If you're attracted to it, that's what's relevant. If you're inspired by it, that's what's relevant. If you're inspired by something this month and you think, oh, that's just too radical, this will be the perfect month to give that radicalness a shot. The Hierophant. Reversed. Now, moving on to Cancer. With the Ten of Swords reversed, I see that you've been going through it. You've been going through a lot. You've been getting stabbed left and right, all areas in life. And maybe I'm hoping that they were all minor things, but all added up, it must have felt like one of the more painful times of your life. Now, I'm really happy to be able to give you the positive message that this painful time in your life is really but a phase, and things will gradually lighten as this month continues. So an important thing to keep in mind is that because you've been going through it, because you've been trotting through this dark tunnel, you've gotten used to expecting the worst. And there's nothing wrong with preparing for the worst, but try to remember how to hope for the best. It's always good to keep your expectations open, but with this card, you can expect a better near future. The universe is working in your favor, but only gradually and slightly. With this card, the universe is mostly giving you an opportunity to start moving upward, but you have to make the effort to grab onto that opportunity and return to being an active participant of life. I absolutely agree that this world is an unnecessarily harsh place. I really do. But this is the reality that's been given to you at this time, and you are the only person you absolutely know you can rely on. You can hope for a rescuer, but that doesn't mean you have to wait for them. You can get a head start on your own. I'm rooting for you, Cancer. This is Cancer, Ten of Swords, reversed. Now, moving on to Leo with the Sun. How appropriate. The absolute most perfect card for Leo, the Sun. This month is your month. There will be peace, happiness, and a lot of playtime. You'll be very much in your element, radiating beauty, flamboyance, and warmth. Your hospitality and your generosity will be appreciated, genuinely appreciated by all those you share with. Along with this extremely positive wave of energy comes a certain type of ease. Things that usually feel so convoluted will all of a sudden feel simple. You'll easily and naturally reach a truth that you've been searching for a while now. Most things this month will show positive results, so if there is something that you've been wanting to try out, this month will probably be the perfect month. Physical endeavors, although not dangerous, would be the one thing to not go overboard on. You do have a lot of physical energy this month, but there might be some burnout at the end of it, so just keep tabs on how much energy you're spending versus how much you're saving. The sun, beautiful. For Leo. Now moving on, we have Virgo. Four of Cups. How exciting. You've been working patiently, diligently, strategically towards your goals. And you have a great capability of envisioning exactly what you want. And at least part of how you so effectively achieve those visions is by rejecting anything that is imperfect. That is, anything that doesn't fit your vision. And while that may generally work for you, this month it would be good to be a little more open to some spontaneity. This month, the key to your desires will come disguised, possibly in a form that doesn't look at all appealing to you. Definitely not perfect. This key will be in plain sight, practically throwing itself at you, and still it will take you a while to really even notice it. This card urges you to at least give it a chance. Consider it as a serious option. You might be happily surprised by what it has to offer, because isn't it possible that the best outcome is something you couldn't have imagined? If you don't know the existence of something, could you imagine it? Four of Cups for Virgo. Next we have Seven of Wands for Libra. The universe is on your side, even through all the hurdles. This month, you're gifted with momentum and great energy. In the grand scheme of things, this month might not be a month that you look back on and say, oh, that was a life-changing month, but it's still a crucial one, as it will tie you over to the success you're aiming for. It'll also be quite eventful, with a lot of hurdles crossing you in your path. However, it's important to remember that even with the hurdles and distractions this month, the universe is actually on your side. You don't have to do too much other than to trust your gut and keep moving. If your environments are chaotic and you're caught in the middle of arguments, understand that those arguments will work themselves out without you having to get involved. Most importantly, with or without the universe's powers, you have the strength and persistence within you, giving you all the power you need to keep your eye on the prize and again, keep it moving. Seven of Wands for Libra. Now we have for Scorpio, Ace of Swords. Dear Scorpios, you are starting your year fresh with brand new ideas. January is bringing you a whole new way of looking at things, and with this new insight, you will likely achieve something that you've been working on achieving for a very long time. Sometimes all it takes is a different perspective, a different approach, and this month, you'll discover just that. Once you take this big step, that action itself will give you more motivation and drive and cause you to produce more and more new ideas. As a water sign, you're deeply emotional, and yet as a Scorpio, you also highly value the power of the mind. This month, your emotions will be steady and even barely present as you get lost in your intellectual pursuits. Those of you who are writers or public speakers, you'll find that this month the universe will be giving you color to your words. So don't contemplate on it too much. Just let the expression flow out. Scorpio with the Ace of Swords. Now, on to Sagittarius, the Knight of Cups. This month, you're blessed with compassion, sensitivity, and creativity. You and others close to you are feeling more tender than usual and looking for emotional connection. So if you've been bottling up your feelings, this would be a good month to release and express them to someone, because there are many compassionate souls who genuinely care and have patient ears to hear and soak up all your sorrows. While they'll listen with all ears, they may very well not respond. Perhaps because they sense that what you want most is to simply express and share, and you may need some time before you hear any sort of advice. Maybe you'll even find your own advice as soon as you hear yourself express. But if they do have advice, it would be good to listen to it, as this card is highly intuitive. If you're an artist or creative of some sort, this is your month. Your creative juices will be flowing, so take as much time off from left brain mode as practically possible and channel those energies into your artistic projects. It's Knight of Cups with Sagittarius. Now for Capricorns, the Ace of Wands reversed. This month you may have to take a break from trying to control just everything. There are some things that are just out of your control, out of any human's control, in fact. Inspiration, passion, sexual desires, love. Although you're an advocate for letting everything flow naturally, you can at times be a hypocrite when you subconsciously try to force these energies to fit your schedule or plan. The best thing you can do is to take your own advice, to let everything flow naturally. Although you may not exuberate it, you are deeply emotional and highly energetic, and the more you let go, the more that will come in attracted to your contagious energies. So as you let go, try to focus your energies on the things that you can control, such as left brain activities. I know they may not be your favorite, but you are damn good at getting that business done when you need to. Ace of Wands for all my Capricorns. Now, for Aquarius, we have Queen of Pentacles. This month, make sure to tend to your bodies. As an Aquarius, you may have a tendency to focus on intellectual pursuits, or to do and continuously do in order to fulfill your grand duties on this earth. But at times, your body needs attention. Whether you're underworking it or overworking it, your body is calling you to take this month to not only pay attention, but to pamper it. At times, the body can be a lot stronger than it seems, and at other times, the body can be a lot more fragile, and it's important to recognize its fragility. If this doesn't ring a bell for you, this card also brings up the importance of natural beauty. Are you struggling with the idea of physical beauty? Are you struggling to find yourself physically beautiful? This card reminds us that all beauty comes from within. Yes, even physical beauty comes from within. And don't let anybody ever persuade you away from that fact. Also, this month, keep in close touch with the mothers and the older women figures in your life, as well as other figures who exuberate more mature feminine energy. It's important to talk to them and to make sure that they know that you're around and that you care. Aquarius with the Queen of Pentacles. And last but not least at all, Pisces with the Six of Cups. This is very sweet. I'm excited. I'm excited for all you Pisces. This is my kind of month. I wish I was a Pisces. This month will be nothing but sweetness. As emotional and elusive as you are, right now you have someone. you have someone, or maybe even a whole family to share your dreamy emotions with. When usually it feels like there's not very many people you can see eye to eye with, this month, intimacy sprouts in abundance, providing deep connection in your most important relationships. There will be messages delivered to you from someone special in your past. These may come as visits, calls, letters, even dreams or visions. Regardless how it arrives, it will leave you with sweetness. If and only if there are any troubles this month, your strongest weapon against them is your lessons you've had to learn in the past, because these troubles will not be foreign, but rather something that has challenged you before, and you've already learned how to defeat it. So, have fun swimming in your sweetest memories, and feel free to share them with someone special. Pisces, 6 of Cups. So we have everything laid out here. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So overall, there is definitely a balance between some people are feeling a little more emotional, a little more sensitive. They're going through it a little more. Other people are feeling confident, just marching through the world, and have a lot to offer. Have a lot of generosity, a lot of hospitality to offer. Not to encourage you to take advantage of your Leo friends, but just saying there's definitely a lot of support for those who need it. Also, not to mention that what these things that I mentioned here are things that are in the collective consciousness, and so, personalized by astrological sign, but it is still collective. So realize that these are the things that you're all going through together. The details, the specifics are all different, but you are going through some similarities in life right now. So know that there are other people out there that can relate to you. So at least maybe feel comfort in that fact that you're not alone. Yes, so thank you so much for joining me on this brand new adventure for me. This is a brand new project, and just coming along for the ride. So if you liked this video, if you enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for new videos. And please give me any feedback. Give me any, comments in the comments. Thank you.